found that ducks' opinions of me is greatly affected by whether I have bread. See, he laughed at my joke.
A couple of weekends ago, we went to MileCreekCampground, which is in 6 Mile, South Carolina. And I have to say that we were pleasantly surprised.
Definitely, yeah, it was awesome. So what was all that water around us?
I think that was Lake Keowee.
It was very cool. The lake was awesome. We pulled in and Cheryl's pulling in. I'm going, is that our campsite? Like, I couldn't say it out loud, but I was like, we're like on the water. I mean, not on the water, but we were on the water. Like, our campsite was on the water.
It's like a little cul-de-sac, and every site was waterfront. Actually, most of the sites there were waterfront, and there were a few non-waterfront campsites.
So the spots down here are in the 15, 16, 17 on the lake side. Looks like 18 down there. Beautiful views. Looks like a pretty good steep drop to the lake, but man, look at that view. The spots on this side here, which are probably as even numbers, are a little cheaper since they don't have lakeside, but still can't beat these views here. If you enjoy lake views and mountain views, because it was basically the campsites backed up to the lake, and the lake had the backdrop of mountains behind it when it wasn't too froggy to see them.
We got lucky and a little unlucky with our campsite. I would say most of the campsites, you can't launch your kayak from your campsite. There are beaches, but you would have to tow them to that beach. We could launch our kayaks from our campsite, but we were a little bit unlucky as far as we were in campsite 11 and campsite 12 faced one another. And they were also a little close, so we couldn't even bring our awning all the way out without it encroaching on the other campsite.
Campsite 12 had plenty of room. Campsite 11 did not.
No, that's the one we were in, was campsite 11.
It was tight.
But still, I think I would still go to that campsite again because we have kayaks and you have that little beach right there.
The water, yeah. One of my favorite things to do, I probably say this every video, is fish while we're at different places.
Where are you going and what are you doing?
I'm going skiing. Different water skis. Oh, I'm going fishing. Got worms.
What are you fishing for?
Fish. Anything that's going into this. I got one for the big ones and one for the little ones. And you notice we like to camp on places with bodies of water so I can fish. We took the kayaks out a couple times and really enjoyed it. Spent several hours in the lake. Catch tons of fish. Okay, we caught 2 fish.
What kind is that?
Spotted bass. A little half pounder maybe. There's a lot of half pound and 1 pounders in here. Bass, they've got like a coating on them that protects their scales, so you really don't want to try not to touch their bodies. But these little guys get top and bottom lip. It's hard to grab them without grabbing part of their body.
What bait are you using? Oh, I guess I could have looked.
The bass are feeding on minnows right now, so I'm using something that looks like a minnow.
Oh, I knew it could be a pelt somehow.
Hold that. And I have. The bad thing is that's the lure they've been hitting them on.
Did you lose the lure?
Much the same. Oh yeah, the whole line snapped.
What happened?
I just caught the lure.
Oh my!
I lost. You talk about luck. Fishing from the kayak on Lake Keowee. Even when you're not catching them, it's awesome because it's beautiful. Look at these mountains. Holy cow. We do have kayaks, and we did do some kayak fishing. We did fish off the fishing pier or the boat docks. We also fished off the shore. But a lot of those campsites had look like good spots to fish from. You don't necessarily need a kayak or a boat to fish, so we had fun trying to catch the fish.
Eric fishes. I fished just a little bit.
only if the fish are catching, she'll fish. She's like,
Yeah.
ooh, you
Yeah,
caught
when he
one.
starts
Here, give me
catching
one
them
of them rods. Where'd you put that?
All of a
over
sudden, it
here?
becomes fun.
You're such a real man.
That's true.
If you're coming, bring your fishing gear, because heck, you might as well just throw a line in. You never know, you might catch a fish. If you have a boat, I know there's like a boat slip there that you can put your boat in. As a matter of fact, that 3 Mile is 3 Mile. Is it 3 Mile Creek? Yeah, 3 Mile Creek is actually like a boat ramp. That's the main thing of that park, and then it has an RV park. There's no other. Really anything there other than a boat ramp and, and an RV park.
Really nice, and apparently it was very popular because we met a couple who I think had one of the best spots, and they were in our cul-de-sac. Their campsite faced the water, and they told us that they come out often and they have to book a year in advance. I don't know how we were so lucky that we got, because I just booked like a month ago.
They did have the best campsite.
They did have the best campsite, but I'm not complaining a whole lot about
it. If you
what
can
we
get the
had.
one to the right of that boat ramp, that was probably like number 9 or something like that.
The only other campsite I think that might beat that one is 25. 25 was the one that it had the long, it was almost like a driveway, and it had its own section. You don't remember that one? I'll put video of that one up because I took video.
25 is real nice. Look at all this area open, and the view is like fantastic.
There's a beach that you can launch your kayaks pretty easily.
Yeah, boats at a beach and lots of shoreline.
When we got home, I went on to try to see if that one was available, and it's not available for a year. It's not even available after a year.
I heard the fishing's good around campsite 1 when you first come in the park on the right there. So there's a little beach there too. So this sites, we didn't really spend a lot of time looking at them, but they may have been pretty good spots too.
That's right. Is that where we saw the bait fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going around the leaf. Now they're going past the leaf.
How are you seeing
They're
that?
under the leaf now.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Finally. There was also a nature trail right there near campsite 1, and we walked a little bit of it, but we were doing a lot that weekend, so we didn't take the whole thing. We don't even know where it goes to.
So let's talk about groceries. So if you don't bring it with you, you're probably going to be driving a little bit to get groceries. We live in Greenville, so it was about a 40-minute drive total. When we passed through the town of Pickens, at the 20-minute mark, that is the last grocery store and the closest. There is a gas station at the end of the road that was about 3 miles away, 3-ish miles away. About 5-minute drive. Have a little cafe on it, but the cafe is it's slow
and busy. It's very busy.
Everyone in the area goes there.
We went there several times, and every time we went, it was busy.
But they do have a good selection of fishing equipment, live bait. They have crickets and worms.
I'm looking for your birthday present. What do you want for your birthday? A frog? Ribbit.
And like I said, a meat and 3 deli with breakfast and everything. It was decent food too. It was good.
So what did you think about the cabin area?
The cabins were neat. We took a little hike through there, and
they look fairly new. Yeah,
they look clean and new. I mean, when they look clean on the outside, you usually expect them clean on the inside, right?
This is cabin number 2. I'm just gonna get a little closer here since it doesn't look like anyone's here. Looks like they got nice screen porches on the back side facing the lake. Wow, look at this view they have. Definitely worth renting a cabin here. Holy cow. Here's a view of all the cabins. We got cabin number 3 and 4. And then looks like 3 more down here closer to the water. Cabin number 5. Looks like it's nice. I imagine that's 6, 7, 8, 9. But looks like there's 5 of them down here on this side and a boat dock. I don't think you can park your boats here when you're camping. The signs read that the docks are for rent. So I guess people rent these slips.
But kind of your typical KOA campground type cabins.
They weren't close to one another, and they were up on a hill, so it looks like maybe you had a view of the lake.
I didn't see one of them that didn't look like it had a good view of the lake. Yeah.
Word of the day, gulch. Eric's going to explain what it is because I have no clue.
A gulch is a V-shaped ravine. It goes through 2 ridges or 2 mountains.
It sounds like something you say if you need to clear your throat.
Gulch!
A lot of times the cabins are in with the RVs, but there is a whole other road that you take to get to the cabins.
They had their own loop.
Yeah, it has its
The
own
cabins
loop.
had their own loop. The cool thing when we went, it was Halloween. Like, so Halloween was Sunday. That Saturday, everyone trick or treated. So why are y'all bundled up?
Because it's cold and windy and rainy.
Then why are you sitting outside?
Because we're trick or treating.
I thought when you trick or treat, you go get candy.
I did get candy. We're giving candy out for trick or treaters.
Wait. I think any campground you go to, Halloween's a big deal.
Yeah.
So it was really neat being at a campground for Halloween.
It was a very popular campground for Halloween weekend. There was a golf cart parade.
Is that what that was?
It was.
I thought I drank too much. I was hallucinating.
And people decorated their campsites. Like, yeah, I'm sure that's common with a lot of campgrounds. I don't even know how we got this campsite during that weekend. Someone must have canceled.
Yeah, it was good. And it was booked. Everyone was there. Let's talk about trash.
The trash is not close to the campsites. And I think a lot of people in this campground have golf carts. And we didn't. We don't have a golf cart. So we decided we were going to walk.
So we're walking to take the trash. We don't have to walk. We've got a truck. But the only trash dump we found is at the dumping facility at the very entrance, which is about a good mile or close to a mile, depending on what side of the park you're on.
And it's not flat.
I know, like, tomorrow morning we'll see something that's even closer. We'll be feel like dummies.
It wasn't an easy mile. It was hilly. I mean, almost mountainous.
But it also had downhills.
Yeah, it had downhills too.
We got our exercise in.
My heart rate got up
There's
a little
one-
bit, which isn't a bad thing.
One good curvy hill that kicks your butt a little bit.
Yeah.
How much were these sites? I mean, on the lakefront, I'm thinking like $50, right?
It was only $25 a night for waterfront sites, and those few non-waterfront sites were $20. That includes electric and water.
My, what a buy!
And there are 2 dump stations.
I've been through this, but it's not my first rodeo. What were the fees and all that stuff? I know they get you with the fees, right?
I don't think there were fees. I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think there were any fees.
Because most sites
There
are
were
like,
taxes.
oh yeah, it's $16 a
There
night.
could have been, but I don't
Plus a
think so.
$30 upcharge every night because you're. Oh, you wanted water too? Hey, stranger, how are you? What's this? It's not as tall as a bear.
No, don't.